Hello. Hello, everybody. Whoa. It's almost jam time. Is everybody excited? I know I am. I think this is going to be fun. Lots of fun. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully fantastically. Welcome, everybody in chat. Good to see so many awesome familiar faces. Paul, Kaleva, Blue Gaming, Totox, Carlos, Saul, of course, that was good to have you. Branny, Sniffs, what? Rika, Twig, everybody cool. What's going on? What is going on? So, we're here. We're excited. It's almost jam time. We're going to reveal the theme for the jam coming up soon. It's a fun little theme. I think it'll be fun to see some interesting games out of this. How many are we on at the moment? What's this page? How many have joined up so far? 236 people. It's pretty cool. I think we'll get some good variety of games, hopefully, by the end of the week and next Sunday. So we'll have roughly 9 days. You're not sure if you'll be able to enter. That's okay, Saul. I think you will. I think you'll go, I can do this. Typicality, hello. This is your first game jam. Well, the first game jam is like the best one because you learn how much stuff you can cram into a small amount of time. It's a lot of fun. Game jams are fun. I love doing game jams. They're one of the most fun thing, I think, in game development, doing a game jam game, because you get to make something really small, but it's also something that you can get really quick feedback from people on, because you're only supposed to make something that takes, I don't know, 10 minutes to play, something like that. There's no pressure to make a 5-hour long epic game or a 60-hour long game if you're a big studio, obviously. If you're trying to make a 60-hour game as one person, that's a lot of work, and I don't recommend that. But anyway, I thought let's take a look at a couple of the games from the previous jams that we've had here. So we'll just have a quick little relaxed look and a little bit of a talk before the actual jam gets going. Sure, I might as well start off with my own game. This was the game I made for the last jam. The theme of the last jam used a theme generator to make it. Let me turn. We used a theme generator, so everybody had an individual theme and you had to mix and match two different things together, and it was a lot of fun. We're going a little bit more straightforward for this time around with just a single theme for everybody. We might use a generator again in the future. Depends on how good the theme is, Saul. This is your second game jam, Carlos. Nice. Yes, hopefully we will. Yeah, I'll be making a video at the end of the jam with the games that I really like, and I'll be covering as many of them as I can in that video, seeing what cool things people create. So, you know, make something cool so I can show everybody your cool games. I haven't touched this game since I made it, pretty much. Pretty much a whole year almost since I last did this. I forgot about these, like, pick your golfer with different, like, speed, power, and accuracy. I can't remember if the speed... No, I think the speed, power, and accuracy does actually do... They do something. This was a roguelike golf game. It was the generator gave me that, and it does generate random names for these characters as well, so I can move around. I can go dungeon crawling through rooms. I go over here. Okay, so I press space to place the ball. See, it's so long since I played it, I don't even remember what I'm doing. Boom. Perfect. That was terrible. Come on, you can do it. At least get one hole, right? Oh, boom. No, can't even get down there. What am I doing? Try this. So simple. Accuracy, there we go. So you have to get it accurate down to the line. Oh, we got it in. Yeah, fist pump. Twig, do I recommend joining? I do, honestly, because even if you can just get something very basic going, like, even if you follow a tutorial throughout a jam and just kind of change graphics and things like that, at the end of the day you get something to play, and that's all that matters. That's literally all that matters. Like, so, like, even if you don't feel like you can make the most complicated thing in the world, don't worry about that. Just make something simple and small and fun. That's literally all that matters. Because so much of game development, if you know how to make a platformer game and just make a character run and jump around, Like, that's enough. That's a basic element of fun. And then just laying your level out, doing a bit of level design, a little bit of graphics can change everything so easily. That's literally all that matters. Let's jump out of this thing. I'm not just going to play my own game here. Let's play another one from last year that I really enjoyed. It was this game, Bowling Ball. Yeah, as Saul says, yeah, there are a lot of game engines that don't require programming knowledge. Oh, hold on, let me just... Uh-oh. I'm about to die because of a big massive wall coming at me. Let me just stop that for a second. There we go. It's been so long since I streamed as well. I didn't even stream for the last GamesPlusJam. Oh no, I did stream for the last GamesPlusJam. But what am I doing here? So run. Okay, let's try this. So you have to bounce the ball. The faster you bounce it, the harder it'll throw. Yeah, I know. Terrible, terrible. Try this one more time. There we go. I knocked them all down. Woohoo! So this is an interesting combination of basketball and bowling, which was a very unique combination and I think worked pretty well. So that was the most easy level. And oh god, I'm supposed to avoid that guy. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, I can't jump unless I have power from this thing. Oh yeah, the bar on the left powers up my jump power on the bottom right. There we go. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember how this all works. Get over. There we go. Now I can run. Oh no, that didn't work so well. I missed the pins. It was a fun little idea and it worked pretty well. It was actually, I think I said it in my video in the wrap up of that jam that this was my favorite entry of the game jam in general. It was a whole bunch of fun. I think it was very simple but worked really, really well. Jump into another one. If there's anything anybody wants to ask or anything, feel free to ask in the chat here about the jam or anything like that, as this is the perfect time for it. Excuse me. So I'm so not used to this constant talking of stream. Let's try a Shroom Crunk, which again was another interesting idea. This little mushroom dude. It was a very simple little world, but it had a nice little story. If I remember the controls. Go over here to this thing. Greetings, little Shroom Crunk. You are welcome in this realm, but your time is short. Savor what little you have here. The life of a shroom may not be long, but it can be meaningful. Spread your spores, young one. Ascend, for there are many things to learn. Have the ability to plant springy mushrooms. Jump and jump again in the air to do so. If you run out of mushrooms, come back to me. See, I can jump like that. Oh yeah, so I remember now. So I remember the jump was quite floaty in the game, and but you used, as you mentioned, you could place these mushrooms below you. That would bounce you up extra high. That was to get you over certain obstacles. Oh. Oh. So it was an interesting idea, but sometimes a little bit hard to control. Dr. Grape, hello. Good to see you. Whee. Sushi. Joshua, hello, hello. Can't wait to see the theme. Ooh. It's getting there. What time are we at? For 15 minutes or so. Is it too early to develop into Unity Tiny? Still better to develop a game with WebGL? I'm not sure. I haven't used Unity Tiny too much. I'm definitely not the authority when it comes to that. But I don't want to say with confidence, but I don't think it's 100% ready for everybody to use the whole time. I wouldn't necessarily recommend using it, especially for something you want to do production. But if you're doing it for a game jam, yeah, 100% go ahead and see how it turns out. That's kind of one of the purposes of doing game jam, is also to try out new things that you haven't tried before. Get different things and game. So then we got a nice little credit screen that pops up. There we go. What else did we have last year? Oh yeah, this very fun cat game. Everybody likes cat. No? Sup a tea? I do like the inclusion of the logo. If you include the the GamesPlusJam logo in your game, you get bonus points from me. So this was an interesting idea, but I can't remember. There we go. So the idea is you turn the world around you like that. Can I do it when I'm on the ground? Yes, I can. Obviously, I need to get to that key over there. Oh yeah, I die from the enemies. That probably doesn't help. Again. I think there's not too many levels in this game, but what is in it is fun. And rather than letting that guy kill me this time, yes, haha, tricked you. And you can easily avoid all these deadly traps, which is part of the fun. I really liked the idea behind this game. I think it would stand to. I think it'd be good if the switch was a lot quicker. If it was a bit more snappy. Because as it is, it takes a long time for that to happen. Oops, and I died. Trying to remember what works well. This is a good idea. You turn it that way, and the blocks fall over. And you can just go dee. I really love the graphics in this game too. They were pretty cool. But there we go. That's a quick look at that game. And I think one more I had chosen out from the last jam. Oh yeah, Dominant Species. So this was a fun one. This was a fun one, mostly because of the ending cutscene of this was really good. That was Pixie Tales game? Yeah, I think you're right actually, Josh. I think. It's hard to remember. I'm so bad at remembering what everybody did. Yeah, SD to move. Oh yeah. The idea was you go and collect all these bits of food, you fill up your little jar, and then you have to bring them back. And then this little eye means, hey, you're not hiding anywhere. So if a little creature comes along and sees you, or I say little creature, if a big dinosaur comes along and sees you, they'll go, I'm going to eat you. It was a fun little idea, but then I think if you get all the food and get back to the beginning, or bring all the food back that you're supposed to bring back, I think you get a little cutscene that is like a meteor comes down and kills all the dinosaurs or something like that. I can't remember. I just remember it being pretty darn good. Let's see. I know there's a big stash here somewhere. Bottom right. Big hunk of meat. There we go. Hunk of meat is worth 10. Whoa! Dinosaur's going to get me. Whoa! But I am so small and fluff. Let's see if I can get. There was more big pile of food this way too. Whoa! Don't get me, Mr. T-Rex. Ah. Leave me alone, jerk. Hello, Cookie. How are you? One more. See the amazing cutscene. Done it. You got enough food. Hide away for another day. Heads out. See what we get here. on outside? I'm hibernating in my little cocoon. Oh. I love the I love the drawing of the terrified mouse thing. Zoom out and dun dun dun. Good stuff, good stuff. Is there something else? Spooky stuff. It doesn't go anywhere. It just sort of ends. I love it. That cutscene is so good. I love a bit of humor. A bit of humor in a game can go a long, long way. Long way. 10 minutes to go. I was curious to see. I feel like in the direct run-up to a jam, lots of people joined. So like 5 people have joined in the last 20 minutes. It's funny. Okay, let's jump back to the previous year. So the second GamesPlusJam, the theme was space. Space. So let's see. This rodeo was a good one. This stuff. There was some funny dialogue in that stuff, but then the idea is you're supposed to ride this until you can't ride it anymore. Do this like pattern matching thing here to stay on. Oh, I got thrown off. Then when you get thrown up in the air, you have to avoid the comets, hopefully. And there was supposed to be a sign. There we go. There's a sign that tells you where to get back on the horse, and I got thrown off again. Oh no, I'm gonna get hit by a comet. There wasn't much I could do there, but it's good stuff. Oh, Cookie, did I say? Did I respond to you saying that this is your first jam? First jam is good jam. I was just saying this a little bit ago. First jam, trying out your first jam is a lot of fun. Actually, you know what? Since we're talking about that, let's see. Give me 1 second here. I can find first jam game that I did. Yeah, so this is Ship Shifters that I made for Ludum Dare back in 2017. So almost 4 years ago now. No, 2016. There we go. Yeah, yeah. I thought it was older than that. 5 years ago. Oh, well, of course it's open on the wrong screen. Try this again. Boom. So this is what I did the very first time, and this is mostly based on being a platformer combined with a side-scrolling shoot 'em up.
Ship Shifters.
Ship Shifters.
Go!
So the idea of this game, let's turn this music down a little bit. The idea of the game was you play this little platforming section as this guy. You can fire your shots. Double jump, I can shoot this guy over here. Look how basic this is. Oh, it's so funny going back to this now. I haven't touched this game in a long time either. It had amazing music but made by someone. Well, so yeah, you get to a certain base and tells you to shift, and then here you go, you shift into a little spaceship. And now we're in a little scrolling shooter bit. Pew pew pew! Shoot all the bad guys. And then get to the end of that bit and you're back onto the platform. Whee. So yeah, it was a very simple little idea, and it was a lot of fun to make. Probably a lot more fun to make than it is to play now. But yeah, I think the idea of it is still pretty fun. And I've got this big sword that I don't think does anything, I don't think we have any way to swing the sword to do any damage. The bad guys don't turn around, you can jump past them. Oh, well, I didn't press the shift button. There we go. And as you go further, you avoid these things. Whee! This would have been back, I think, in like Unity 5. This was quite a while ago now. Quite a while ago. First jam was so stressful. Sniffs, a bit of more negative on this. Yeah, well, I would totally agree with that, because when I did this, I had many more ideas in mind for it. Like, for example, all the stuff of like the enemies not turning around. That stuff should work, you know. I definitely tried to pack too much in, and it was a very kind of stressful, busy time. It was like, oh, I have to do all this, have to get this done in the game jam time. And then since that time, I've learned that, hey, when the jam starts, just start making something small. Or not start making, plan out your idea, aim for something small, start building the basics of it, and kind of get your mechanics done as soon as you can, the basic mechanic ideas. And then from there, just kind of polish everything up. So usually I'll spend the first evening coming up with the idea and working it all out and getting the basic core mechanic of it done. And then ideally, especially in like a two-day jam, like Ludum Dare, or 2 or 3 day jam, the Friday I'll work out my idea. The Saturday I'll go, okay, let's build this thing and get most of it working in that time. Then like the Sunday and the Monday will mostly be spent on doing all the graphics and sound and all that kind of stuff. Now I say that. That's usually the idea, but it doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes it's like, oh, just keep doing this thing, and then you get to the end of it and it's like, oh, we've got 3 hours to go and I haven't done any music. So that can often happen too, but that's okay, because it's just a game jam. Nobody's going to live or die based on the game that you make. This is no matter how good your game is, the game that you make will never be the defining moment of your life. It will never be the game that changes your life. It starts with, there's lots of people who've done a game jam game and then expanded on it and it's turned into really good things. A very, very big example is Celeste, which started off as a game jam game and then turned into a huge, big, massive game that lots of people love. But there's no point in putting that pressure on yourself. You can't go into it expecting something like that. You go in and you go, oh, can I make something fun? And you just try and see what comes out. What is the song you used in a jam announcement video? I don't know off the top of my head. Let's see if I can check. It's definitely a Kevin MacLeod classic from Incompetech. But I don't know where I have such brackets. Maybe it's not. It's definitely a like copyright free music. It's called Retro Synth Dream. That could be anything. Sound. Okay, so it's not Kevin MacLeod classic. I don't know where I got it from. Dryden, thank you. Hopefully you find them helpful. Do I have to pay attention to copyright to submit the game to the jam? Well, yeah, don't use like anything you don't own the copyright for. Don't use, but you're free to use like other assets. Like for example, Kenny makes amazing assets. You can use all of those. Anything that's like royalty free to use, that's perfectly fine. Or any assets you purchase, anything. Usually the idea is you just kind of mention which assets you used in your game. Definitely important not to overscope. Oh, Saul, yeah, you overscoping your own. Yeah, I remember you talking about that. But I enjoyed your game. The idea behind your game was good, but I could definitely see how like you kind of it got away from you a little bit, you know. The goal for Jam is to have myself learn how to make something I haven't yet, or use a new element. That is a very good idea. That is What I use jams for a lot is to try out new things that I haven't tried before. Is really important. So there is just less than 2 minutes to go. How about we kick things off? Let's get the... You want to see the theme right now? You can have an early 1 minute sneak peek at what the theme is. Do it up here. Turn off this music. Hey everybody, this is James, and it's time to reveal the theme for this year's Games Plus Jam. And the theme for the jam is You're the Best. And with the theme announced, you can now take that as an inspiration and make something fun before the deadline on February 28th. You can interpret the theme in any way you like. Maybe you make a sports game about people trying to be the best, or a game about giving people compliments. Maybe a game about juggling as many objects as possible, or even a narrative game about dealing with everyone calling you the best when you no longer are. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. Also remember, participating in the Game Jam is all about having fun, so even if you just have time to spend one day or one weekend working on your entry, you can still make something cool. If you share any progress of your game on Twitter, make sure and use the hashtag GPJam so everyone can see what you're working on and retweet your stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing what everyone will create, so get making and have some game jamming fun. There we go. I was muted there for a second. I started talking and I didn't realize I was still muted. That is the theme for the jam. You're the best. You are the best. I think it's going to be fun. There's lots of ways you can take that theme. As I said in the video, you're the best could easily mean you're the best at some kind of sport. You're the best galactic explorer. You're the best at cave diving. You're the best at answering the phone. I don't know, whatever you want it to be. It could be anything. I'm going to very quickly just update the Twitch page to reflect this. This is 1 minute past, and that should probably be on the actual page itself. Save that. Let's make sure it looks okay over here. Is it you? It is you are the best, Locke. You are the best. Whoop, I didn't paste the right thing in. See, this is why I shouldn't be allowed to run things. When I copy things in, I don't actually copy the right thing. Try this time here. Bear with me for 1 second, everybody, and then I'll respond to your questions. Save. Refresh this. There we go. You're the best. Kaleva, thank you. I think you're the best. Interesting theme is definitely to think about it. Yep, I think there's lots of cool ways you can take this. Cookie, you think you know what game you'll make? Awesome. Locke, I'm sorry I'm not streaming on Twitch. I had a few little Twitch issues earlier, so it was easier just to stick with YouTube for this time. Next time, I'll probably be back on Twitch. Don't worry, my friend. You can show off your amazing, amazing record. Luck is the best. Jam goes through next weekend. Yeah, exactly. Time to go. Have no idea for what to do for 2 days. Sniffs. That's usually how it goes. But usually, what I find is sit down for a couple of hours at the start of a jam and think about what ideas you could use. I usually find that like come up with like 3 or 4 different ideas before you just don't just go with the first one you think of. Think of like 3 or 4 different ones and see which one works really well for you. I think that's usually what I find works works very well for me, is seeing what different things people can come up with. Put some music back on in the background here. Down a smidge. I like it's now at 41 months of anything. Yeah, I know, Locke, I know. You are the eternal champion of Twitch. I will totally agree with that. Yes, Games by Saul, you gotta go. Thank you for hanging out. Good luck to everyone indeed. Yes, good luck to everyone participating in the jam. It is going to be a lot of fun. I've got a few basic ideas of what I'm going to do, but I haven't quite thought it out yet because this is jam time and I didn't do any cheating to develop a game yet. So my rough plan for this jam is, I don't know, I might end up streaming a little bit during the week. I don't know that I necessarily will, but either way, I want to hopefully try and do a couple of devlog videos during the week of my progress on the game jam, and it'll give a chance for everybody to check in and let me know how you're doing with your own games. It's going to be fun. Matt War, hello. Locke stole your name. Atsushi, you have a question? Well, You can, if you have a question, you can always ask here. Okay, so Atsushi, what you asked, I'm going to say it because it's perfectly fine. You wanted to change the theme a little bit and say, instead of "you're the best, you're the beast." That's fine, because at the end of the day, the theme is. Oops, I knocked my microphone over. Sorry. The theme is meant to be just a jumping off point. That's the idea. So if you take that and manipulate it slightly, that's awesome. If what I find is a good idea with things like that is when you post the game, there'll be a space on the jam page to say any extra things you want to say about the jam game that you made. Excuse me. And just in there, hey, my idea was to say, instead of "you're the best, you're the beast," and then everybody knows how you approached the game, and then they go into playing the game thinking, oh, I want to see how they use that, so go for it. Rona, good to see you. I hope you get to participate once Brackies is over. Also, this month is crazy for game jams. It's just like Game Jam Central over here. We had Blackthorn Prod at the start of the month. Bracky's Game Jam is currently going on. Next week, the Wowie Jam is happening by Jonas Tyroller. Jonas, who is very, very awesome. And obviously, here we are with GamesPlusJam, making more cool things. You're the beast. Yeah, just put a little bracket around that A. Perfect. Perfection. Aki 3310 Jam. Oh yeah, I actually played a game the other night from that jam. Like a snake horror game. That was quite good. Yes, there are rating criteria as well, Sniffs. There will be rating for the jam. Let me just tell you what they are. So the games will be rated on overall quality. What audio goes into them, or what audio goes into them. You know what I mean? They'll be rated on audio. They'll be rated on visuals, on originality, design, and fun. Those are the categories. that I went with for the jam. But the rating won't start until the jam is over, so nobody's going to be getting any sneaky extra ratings or anything like that, I think. And the ratings section should last for about a week after the jam itself. So that'll be just enough time to kind of have all the fun you want. But yeah, there we go. So that is the theme. You're the best. I hope everybody's going to make some really cool things. I'm going to wrap up this stream for now, because I want to go and start thinking about what I'm going to do on this. I have a few ideas. You know, something I've always wanted to try to do is a card game. Maybe I'll try to do a card game. I've never really messed around with making a card thing or something like that. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe I'll just end up making something completely different. Who knows? But yeah, thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. I will definitely see you all very, very soon. I cannot wait to see what everybody makes this week. Remember, importantly, keep your scope nice and small. Start working on something nice and small, and then if you find that that works very well, you can build upon that and add more content and make your game more fun. Most importantly, polish it up nicely so it has so it works really nicely, and make your menus work. Menus are a hugely important thing that people forget about during a jam. Get your menus in early, so you're not rushing to do them at the end, and then people come into your game thinking, oh, this game doesn't even have menus that work. That's the one little thing of recommending that I always have. Chrissy, good to see you. I hope you can make something awesome, as you always do. I love seeing the games that you make. Someone needs to make a Karate Kid rip-off game with the music. You're the best around. I know, if I wasn't worried about like copyright stuff on YouTube, that would have been the theme playing in the background of the video, but I can't do that. Menus are going to be fun. Yes, indeed. Okay, I'm going to wrap up the stream. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. I will see you all very soon, and best of luck with making awesome games for the jam. Thanks for hanging out. You all. I don't know why I saluted. Why did I do that? Anyway, bye everybody.